Welcome back to Storybite. Here we explore ideas and books that can change your life. Today we're summarizing Rich Dad, Poor Dad by Robert Kiyosaki, a personal finance classic. This book isn't just about money, it's about changing the way you think about wealth and opportunities. So grab a cup of coffee, sit back, and let's dive into the lessons from this groundbreaking book. Let's start with the story. Robert Kiyosaki grew up with two father figures. His biological father, the poor dad, was highly educated. He worked a stable government job and believed in traditional career paths. Then there was his best friend's father, the rich dad. This man didn't finish high school but became one of the wealthiest individuals in their community. Through their contrasting philosophies, Robert learned life-changing lessons about money and success. Lesson 1. Financial education is essential. When Robert was young, he asked his poor dad, "How can I get rich?" His dad replied, "Study hard, get a good job, and save money." When he asked the same question to Rich Dad, the answer was completely different. Rich Dad said, "Learn how money works and make it work for you." Schools often teach us how to work for money, but not how to make money work for us. For example, Rich Dad gave Robert and his friend a task to learn about cash flow by running a small business. They bought used comic books, created a lending library for other kids, and earned small profits. This was Robert's first lesson in understanding assets, liabilities, and cash flow. Rich Dad often used everyday examples to reinforce his lessons. One time he showed Robert the difference between assets and liabilities by drawing a simple diagram. He illustrated how cash flows in and out of an asset and contrasted that with the constant outflow caused by liabilities. This made the concept easy to grasp, and Robert never forgot it. He later applied this knowledge to grow his wealth and teach others about financial literacy. Lesson 2. Focus on buying assets and avoid liabilities. Robert once dreamed of owning a fancy car, but Rich Dad advised him to buy assets first and let those assets pay for the car. For example, instead of financing the car directly, he invested in a small rental property. The rental income covered the car payment and left him with additional money each month. Over time, as the property appreciated in value, it became a significant source of wealth. The key takeaway? Think long-term and let your money grow by putting it into income-generating assets. Before we continue, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel for more life-changing lessons from the best books. Lesson 3. Don't rely solely on a paycheck. Imagine this. Robert's poor dad always told him to get a secure job and climb the corporate ladder. But Rich Dad believed in creating multiple income streams. Here's how Robert applied this lesson. He started small businesses, invested in stocks, and bought real estate. One of his ventures was buying houses at a discount, fixing them up, and renting them out. Over time, these investments provided him with consistent passive income. By the age of 47, Robert was financially free and no longer needed a traditional job. This is the power of building multiple income streams. Rich Dad often compared relying on a single paycheck to putting all your eggs in one basket. He taught Robert to diversify his income streams to reduce risk and increase opportunities for growth. For instance, Robert also invested in educational products and became a best-selling author, further expanding his passive income sources. This diversification not only secured his financial future, but also allowed him to pursue his passions without financial constraints. Lesson 4. Embrace risk and learn from failure. Here's a story that really stands out. When Robert was young, Rich Dad challenged him to invest in his first piece of real estate. The property wasn't perfect, and there were risks involved, but Rich Dad said, "If you don't try, you'll never learn." Robert made mistakes along the way, like underestimating maintenance costs, but he learned invaluable lessons about the market and property management. Years later, this experience helped him make smarter investments. The lesson here? Failure isn't the end, it's a stepping stone to success. Rich Dad also emphasized the importance of calculated risks. He once told Robert, "The greatest risk is doing nothing." For example, when the stock market dipped, Rich Dad saw it as an opportunity to buy undervalued stocks rather than a reason to panic. This mindset of turning challenges into opportunities is a hallmark of successful investors and entrepreneurs. Lesson 5. Work to learn, not just to earn. Robert's poor dad advised him to specialize in one field, such as becoming a doctor or lawyer. But Rich Dad believed in learning a variety of skills to gain a broader perspective. For example, Robert took jobs in sales, marketing, and management, not for the paycheck, but to learn valuable skills. These experiences taught him how to communicate, negotiate, and lead teams, all essential for building wealth. Rich Dad often said, "The more you learn, the more you earn." This doesn't mean formal education is useless. Instead, it means combining knowledge from different areas to create opportunities. One of Robert's key takeaways was understanding the tax system and how to use it to his advantage. He learned that owning businesses and investing in real estate provided tax benefits that traditional employees didn't have. This knowledge allowed him to keep more of his earnings and reinvest them in his assets. Lesson 6. Surround yourself with the right people. Rich Dad emphasized the importance of having a team of experts, like accountants, lawyers, and financial advisors. He often said, "You don't have to know everything, but you need to know people who do." For instance, when Robert wanted to buy a commercial property, he consulted with a real estate expert. The expert's advice helped him negotiate a better deal and avoid costly mistakes. Rich Dad also taught Robert to network with like-minded individuals who shared his vision for financial freedom. Being part of a supportive community helped Robert stay motivated and learn from others' successes and failures. Lesson 7. Give back. Finally, Rich Dad believed that true wealth isn't just about money. It's about creating value for others. He taught Robert the importance of giving back to the community through mentorship, charity, and education. For example, Robert started teaching financial literacy to others through his books and seminars. This not only fulfilled him personally, but also helped countless people achieve their financial goals. Rich Dad often said, "The more you give, the more you receive." Robert discovered that by helping others succeed, he created a positive cycle of abundance in his own life. Final thoughts and action steps. To recap, the key lessons from Rich Dad, Poor Dad are: prioritize financial education, focus on buying assets and avoid liabilities, build multiple income streams, embrace risk and learn from failure, work to learn, not just to earn, surround yourself with the right people, give back, and create value for others. So how can you start applying these lessons today? Here are 3 simple steps. Start tracking your expenses to identify liabilities and focus on building assets. Commit to learning one new financial skill this month, like budgeting or investing. Surround yourself with people who inspire you to think differently about money. Rich Dad, Poor Dad is more than a book. It's a mindset shift. By following these lessons, you can take control of your financial future and create the life you've always dreamed of. Thank you for joining us on this journey through Rich Dad, Poor Dad. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe for more summaries of books that can transform your life. What book should we cover next? Let us know in the comments.